Hi everyone, so I'm looking slightly more presentable now than the intro in the last one, but I thought I'd just do a little bit of an intro in this one as well. And I also wanted to kind of mention a couple of things that I hadn't mentioned before, just in case you were wondering, because I always wonder when I watch these videos, like, what do you do with the makeup that you've gotten rid of? And what I do is, generally speaking, if it's brand new, which doesn't tend to happen very often because I get sent a lot to review and that kind of thing, so I will... there's like a weird thing on the screen. I get sent things to review a lot, so I will usually have opened it and tested it. And I had contacted a few kind of women's shelters and that kind of thing in the area because I wanted to kind of just give some of the products to them and donate them, but they're really strict about what they'll take. Everything has to be sealed, kind of like properly closed with a kind of like plastic packaging and that kind of thing, and most of the stuff that I tend to get rid of isn't like that. Even if it's something that I've swatched once for, like, you know, safety reasons or whatever, they can't accept it, which I completely understand. So I tend to, if it's kind of just been very lightly used, I'll give it to girlfriends. So a lot of the time, like foundations and that kind of thing, if it's not my colour or that kind of thing, I'll just give it to girlfriends that I think it will suit. And then if it's anything that I've properly used, I give it to my sisters. I've got three sisters who have got way more makeup than the average 12, 15 and 17-year-old. And I just, every time I see them, I kind of will take a big bag with makeup and I kind of let them divide it amongst themselves. So that's what I do with the makeup that I'm getting rid of. But today we're going to tackle my kind of everyday makeup drawer and my foundation drawer, and these are both fairly organized, but there is some stuff that I need to get rid of. I don't think I'm going to necessarily kind of sort out the layout of those drawers because I'm fairly happy with it, but I just want to make sure that I'm not keeping stuff that I don't really need, because I know for a fact that there's foundations in there that I can definitely get rid of and I'm just holding on to for the sake of it. So we will now go upstairs and I will do that. Okay, so this is my everyday makeup drawer, and as you can see, it's kind of a little bit messy, but there is a little bit of method into how I like it. So at the back there, it should be brow products, concealers, kind of eye-based products, but it does get a little bit messy because it's stuff I'm grabbing when I'm in a hurry and that kind of thing. And there's things in there that I'm not using at the moment that can definitely be moved to the other drawer. So I'm going to start with this drawer first, and I'm just going to kind of reorganize it, get rid of stuff, and then I'll show you what I've gotten rid of. Okay, so that was easy, but I think that's probably just because I use this drawer every day, so it kind of does get sorted because I like to rotate things. But just in the corner here, sorry, my camera strap's being really annoying. These are just new products that I haven't kind of gotten around to testing yet, so there's a lot of things in there that are kind of brand new, and I just keep them there and kind of pull stuff out when I'm about to test something. But if I just go back a little to show you, in here are my kind of daily brow products. Concealers, I don't always use the same concealer. Different days require different concealers. So they're ones that I use kind of sometimes, but not necessarily every single day. Same goes for eye bases. Here, that's my go-to face powder at the moment. I'm using that MUA Pro Base to set my under eye concealer. Pseudo-creme, just because I don't really have anywhere else to go for it to go, and it can just sit there, that's fine. Here in this little back bit, I have the Barry M contour kit, two of my what's this called, Revolution palette. So there's the highlighting one and the contour one. My go-to concealer I'm using at the moment, and my eye base, so that's NYX full coverage concealer, and that's MAC Paint Pot in, what's the colour, in Painterly. Sorry, I'll have to go further away for it to zoom in when I Painterly, yep. Pencil sharpener. Then these two eyeshadows from Clarins are just ones that I have been using at the moment, so I like to kind of have them there to remind me that I'm using them. And then in here, just my kind of go-to mascaras, eyeliners that I'm using at the moment, lip liner. Again, I don't use the same mascara every day, same concealer, that kind of thing. And then showing you here what I'm getting rid of. I'm not getting rid of very much at all because, like I said, it's not really a drawer that has that type of thing in it. But that Revlon eyeliner is all gone, and the Stay Time concealer from 17 has gone a bit weird. I think it's gone off. And that Essence eye brightener thing. I just really don't like it. It doesn't come out properly and the shade's weird. Everything else here needs to go into different drawers, so I'm going to do that now, and then we'll move on to the foundation drawer. But in here, I know it kind of doesn't look super tidy, but it's tidy for me, if that makes sense. I know where everything is, I know what I'm using. So I'm just going to rehome these. All of those are eye products, so they need to go in there, and a couple of powders and some cheek products as well. Okay, so my foundation drawer. This drawer is a little bit messy. Foundations kind of generally go in this section here. This was actually the storage for the Laura Mercier gift set with a creme brulee, bath honey and all that kind of thing, which actually holds foundations really well, so that's why that's there. But everything else in here, I don't know, that is in here is supposed to be primers, and then in there are kind of powders, BB creams, that type of thing. But I'm going to have a little bit more of a better clear out in here, I think. There's some highlighters in there as well, which I'm not quite sure why they're in there. But I will sort this out and show you what I'm getting rid of. There's quite a lot of foundations here that I can get rid of actually, that I'm not using or that don't quite work for me. So I'm gonna start doing that, and I will come back and show you how I've kind of decided to declutter everything in here. Okay, so again, it doesn't seem to look that tidy, does it? But it actually is. In this drawer, I've organised the primers, so there's kind of the ones that I use the most. I've got a couple of backups of the Benefit Professional as well, just because that's one that I tend to use a lot. And then here I've made use of this little box to be powders and highlighters. So there's just a couple of powders down there, Clarins Essence. That one there, the blue one, I even forgot I had. I'm going to have to get that out and retry that again, because I remember I quite liked it. This is what I mean, like there's so much stuff in here that I just even forget what's in here. And then highlighters, there's the Benefit What's Up, and some MUA, Revlon Skin Lights, that's really lovely, and a couple of little Miners highlighters that I use sometimes. Then here I have put all the BB cream, so there's the Lancome CC cream, which is my favourite, Clarins BB cream, Revlon Photo Ready BB cream, Rimmel BB cream, Estee Lauder BB cream, and then the Clarins kind of, what do they call these? The Eclat Minute, what are they? Instant Light Perfecting Bases. I really like these. I've got that one and the peach one. And then here I've just got the Bourjois Healthy Mix Foundation, because it's too tall to sit in there and it won't let me close the drawer properly. What's that? Oh, that was the Revlon one, like I said. And Soap and Glory's Glow Job, that kind of thing. Foundations in here, I have just kept the ones that I use the most, but also I sometimes need to keep things for kind of review purposes and for comparison videos, which I know just sounds like a kind of hoarding excuse, but I do kind of need to use them, and some of them are ones that, like in the summer, are my shade, because my colour kind of changes quite dramatically. So this one right now, the Clinique Even Better, isn't my shade at the moment, but it is in the summertime when I'm really tan, so that's kind of that there. And then showing you what I have gotten rid of here. This is the Clinique BB cream, which I do really like. It's really similar to MAC Face and Body, but the colour's just way too dark for me, even in the summer. A half-used Miners face powder that I don't think I'll use up. This little highlighter is actually really pretty, from Make Believe Tan. It's the enhanced highlighter, but it's just a little bit too glittery for me. The Rimmel Match Perfection foundation, because I don't like it. The Essence All About Matte, because it's a little bit dark for me. Revlon Colour Stay, again, a little bit dark for me. This is a strange product. It's nice, but it's just kind of one of those perfecting bases that doesn't do that much. It's not enough on its own, and I don't tend to layer it under things necessarily. So that's everything that I'm getting rid of from this drawer, which I know doesn't seem like a crazy amount. There's still loads and loads of stuff in here, but it's a start. So yeah, I will see you in the next video. In the next video, we're going to be doing bronzers and blushers and eyeshadow products, and that'll be the last one of these. But I think I've gotten rid of, you know, a decent amount. Like I said, I know it's still a lot, but some of these things are things that kind of, for video purposes and that, I do like to have and I think are important. And I do use different foundations all the time. I don't tend to use the same one every day. So that's what's going on in this drawer.